We have interviewed a number of foreigners who came to Indonesia. We will find out the reason they came to Indonesia and what is the most memorable place for them. What destination did they choose for their next trip? And their favorite Indonesian food. Here, we will also give you location recommendation based on the foreigners we interviewed. I hope viewers enjoy the video and happy watching. Thank you. The result of the interviews that we got from the foreigners thought they choose Indonesia as their destination.
Well, there are so many reasons why the foreigners came to Indonesia. Some of them came to Indonesia to study, or only just to travel, or just because they're curious about Indonesia, and even just because seeing on the internet that Indonesia was beautiful, so they're coming to Indonesia. And also because Indonesian culture was also do friendly Indonesian society, or even just also because of the architecture and scenery. If from the foreigner students, the reasons they came to Indonesia because there are those who suggest from their families to study in Indonesia, because Indonesia is the largest Muslim country. Even more, because they get an offer from the Indonesian university to applying for study here, and like there is an internship, so they have the opportunity to come to Indonesia. But why still just Indonesia? But also because they haven't visited Indonesia before. But like few persons who have been many times visited Indonesia, such as Khalifa from France and Jong-suk from Korea, said because when the first time they went to Indonesia, they felt Indonesia was really nice, also from the Indonesian natures and people. So they just visited Indonesia for many times.
So that's the reason why the foreigners choose Indonesia as their destination. Okay, next I will report about the foreigners' favorite foods, and this is mostly foreigners' favorite food thought about.
Okay, I will talk about favorite food of foreigners when they stayed in Indonesia. And we have a list about the foods that mostly foreigners thought about, and this is food is so popular in there and in Indonesia. Like nasi goreng, I report and I asked the foreigners from Germany what kind the favorite food, and they said I like nasi goreng. Maybe the reason why the foreigners like nasi goreng because nasi goreng suitable with their tongues, or maybe delicious and they didn't ever met before. Satay. And also I asked foreigners from Madagascar what kind of the favorite food, and she said she likes satay because it has peanut sauce on it, and that sauce make it better taste of satay. And also there is some foreigners said soto Betawi is good because it has coconut milk and meat, make them look delicious, and I recommend it to them to try gado-gado because gado-gado also Indonesian traditional food. And I hope that foreigners who come to Indonesia try other traditional foods from the cities in Indonesia?
Well, every people has their own favorite food, and because our town is different, maybe that's fine. Thank you.
After this, I'll tell you about some places that foreigners want to visit. Okay, now I will report about what is the next places that foreigners wanted to visit in Indonesia as the next destination. The most recommended place that foreigners wanted to visit in Indonesia if they have another chance to visit, they are Sumatra, Bandung, Jakarta, Jogja, the most foreigners' favorite place in Indonesia, and although we already know the special place is Bali. And why they choose that place? Because there is still a lot more to see than what they have visited, or just because they are curious about the place, and also because the place having the appeal for them, so they wanted those places to visit. Well, that is a few places that more often foreigners thought about the next places that they decide to visit next.
Okay, and last, I will report about memorable places the foreigners ever visit in Indonesia.
There are also memorable places for the foreigners like Bromo. Why? Because in Bromo, many volcanoes there. Kota Tua,
There is an indefinable, mysterious power
and
that
also
pervades
Bali.
everything. I think,
Well,
though I do not see
if you want to visit
this
Indonesia,
power,
you can choose like
and yet
Bali,
all true.
Jogja, or just Jakarta, because there are few foreigners feels that good place for them, and maybe also will be good for you to visit.
So, there is few memorable places from some foreigners that ever visit in Indonesia.